Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a striking example of how modern warfare is being reshaped. Ukraine's recent precision strikes against Russian command and control infrastructure in Balashikha and Kaluga. We'll look at the motivations, the tactics, and the likely consequences of these operations. When we talk about precision strikes, we're referring to attacks that deliberately target command nodes, communication hubs, and leadership assets rather than blasting large swathes of territory. The logic is, if you can blind the enemy's ability to command, coordinate, and respond, you can gain outsized effects with smaller forces. Ukraine has increasingly embraced this method, combining intelligence, drones, missiles, and electronic warfare to go after deep targets. Recent operations show a maturation of that doctrine. The choice of Balashikha and Kaluga is significant. These aren't fringe border towns. They lie in territories more secure from obvious retaliatory risk in the conventional sense. By reaching into Russia's interior, Ukraine is signaling that no command node is beyond reach. That creates pressure on Moscow's military planners. How do you protect critical infrastructure deep inside your own territory? The deeper your command nodes, the more hidden they might be, but also the more vulnerable to long-range precision attacks. Now, let's reconstruct what likely happened based on open-source reporting and analysis. First, Ukraine's intelligence services would have flagged a key satellite relay, communication hub, or command post in Balashikha. That facility would have been assessed. Who uses it? What redundancy exists? How critical is it to Russia's ability to direct operations in certain theaters? From there, a planning chain begins, layering options of approach. Which platforms to use? How to suppress or evade air defenses? What timing minimizes collateral risk? And when confusion is maximal, in execution, multiple elements are likely involved. Stealthy drones or unmanned aerial vehicles may probe defenses, creating false signals or forcing air defense systems to emit, thereby revealing their positions. Electronic warfare assets may jam or spoof Russian radar and communications. Then strike elements, perhaps long-range missiles, glide munitions, or even cruise missiles, are directed into the facility. If available, jets or tactical aircraft may deliver precision-guided bombs from standoff range. The goal: collapse the node with minimal exposure. Once impact occurs, cascading damage is intended. Not just the physical destruction of antennas, servers, relay stations, or generators, but disruption of power, satellite links, and lines of communication. If multiple relay nodes are hit simultaneously, say in both Balashikha and Kaluga, synchronization between them collapses, making it harder for Russia to reroute communications quickly. That contributes to temporary paralysis in command. Responsiveness. One analyst framing of Ukraine's approach is effects-based precision-guided munitions, meaning the intention is not just attrition, destroying things, but shaping behavior. By knocking out critical nodes, Ukraine forces Russia to expend time, resources, and energy in rebuilding, relocating, or hardening. Meanwhile, the front lines see less coordinated resistance because command flow is impaired. We should also consider the broader context. In November 2024, Ukraine's defense forces struck key targets in the Kaluga region, including an oil depot. Ukrinform. That demonstrates Ukraine's willingness to push its reach and take on dual military and economic targets deep in Russian territory. The Kaluga strikes raise the possibility that the communications infrastructure in the region was already being assessed as vulnerable. We do not have perfect confirmation of each detail of what was hit in Balashikha or the precise damage, but if the operative narrative is correct, and the video title we saw suggests it is, Ukraine is aiming to blind Russia's command in those locales, which can ripple into battlefield outcomes. It's similar to how Ukraine earlier conducted Operation Spiderweb, a massive deep strike using dozens of drones into Russian air bases, catching Russia's bomber fleet off guard. Wikipedia. That operation marked a turning point in how far Ukraine could strike, and signals what's possible when integrated intelligence and strike assets align. What are the consequences of such attacks? First, Russia's command elements must reconsider dispersion, relocate command nodes further away, decentralize control, or adopt mobile command centers. But each of those carries trade-offs: latency, vulnerability, logistical challenge. Second, morale and signaling matter. If Ukrainian forces can reach inside Russia and disrupt its nerve centers, that may impose psychological pressure on Russian military leadership. So doubts increase paranoia about internal security of command assets. Third, on tactical fronts, temporarily degraded coordination could allow Ukraine to seize initiative, exploit gaps or confusion. But there are limitations and counters. Russia's air defenses remain substantial. Making repeated long-distance precision strikes risks losses of missiles, drones, or platforms. Russia may respond by hardening, redundancy, and concealment, burying command infrastructure, creating decoys, using low observable systems. Also, destruction of a node is only temporary. With sufficient resources, rebuild or reroute is possible. Finally, such operations require very good intelligence. Faulty targeting can lead to misfires, civilian collateral, or wasted effort. Another caution is escalation. Striking deep command centers inside Russian territory moves beyond conventional battlefield engagement. It risks unpredictable strategic responses. Kyiv's calculation must balance daring with prudence. In sum, the reported precision strikes in Balashikha and Kaluga, if executed as described, represent a potent illustration of how modern warfare is shifting away from massed shells to surgical intelligence-driven operations. Rather than grinding forward through attrition, the side that can move first to disrupt the command links may gain the tactical upper hand. Looking ahead, I expect a few developments. Russia will double down on disguising or dispersing its command infrastructure. Ukraine will continue to push further, refining longer-range missiles, swarming drones, and improved electronic warfare. Both sides will likely compete in detection, concealment, and deception. In that race, the side that leverages data, speed, and adaptability will often gain advantage. Thanks for watching this breakdown. Let me know what you think. Will these precision strikes redefine the war or be answered with stronger defense?